few years later, from my GC experience, I went to Robben Island. I was speaking at a conference in South Africa, and we went round on a tour. I went round with my wife on a tour of Robben Island, and at the same time I was reading Mandela's book, The Long Walk to Freedom.
You would.
And the guy showing us round was was a former inmate who'd been incarcerated there with Mandela.
Sure.
And this guy I thought interesting because, he was absolutely, totally knowledgeable about the history and the background, as you would expect. He's lived it. And it was at a point in the book that I was reading where I read that Mandela had said about Robben Island, we will turn this prison into a university. And about the same time, I was working with an action learning institute, sadly no longer around, but it was quite pioneering, called International Management Centres, and Revens was actually the inaugural president of IMC. It's quite a visionary organisation which sought to promote action learning and linked it to accreditation and qualifications. And I thought, when I read this at about the same time, I was there speaking about action learning at the conference. Then I was going around Robben Island and sort of reading the book and kind of connecting all this up. That we'll turn this prison into a university. Fascinating. And of course, read the rest of the book and you realize that's kind of what Mandela was doing. He was doing a lot of action learning and setting up action learning, although it wasn't called that, to help educate people and develop them in order to resolve problems and challenges.